I still think they really missed a shot on naming her Booberella.
No, Booberella is based off of
I
Elvira.
know, but they should have named her Booberella because it's just there. It's so
No,
obvious.
because Elvira though. Booberella's it, it's a good name, but I'm glad it's in The Simpsons and not really what they call her. Yeah, we watched
Oh,
Elvira today.
okay. So there were people
She's
here.
like a
Interesting.
she was
I guess the Starguard's
You
just a
are
termination
not
now.
statistically likely to
hostess
survive this
kind of thing at
encounter.
one point.
Talk about me or them, Vasco?
Yeah.
One of the new interns fuck up putting in the password too many times and suddenly everyone's dead. What? I mean, no one's even out on that firing range, so how did everyone in here die?
We're gonna have so many ancient fruit. Isn't it great? Hmm? Oh, you did just restart the day, please. I just I need a minute. Yeah? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. We just had to restart the day. That's all. I'm so happy we can do that and it doesn't like autosave in the middle of the day. Right? We would just accidentally fuck up and it's
Looks like
just
Woodson
we're
got
doomed.
fired. For a good reason, apparently.
So
What
glad
if
that's
we
not
leave a
a
few
thing.
things here and make a second trip?
Then I figure we'll stay on the island and then maybe hit the mountain again tomorrow.
Will carry the memory of your visit forever.
Arcturus, name of the Stargate Terran Supreme Commander who also turned out to be
Our daring voyage on the oceans of space brings us here.
Ooh. Eating it just
You
takes my
bastards
health back
back for
off.
round two. What?
Hey,
Who the hell are you? Too bad for me if I was. You don't seem like much of a replacement. Stranded spacers are what passes for tourist attractions these
button's not
days,
over
huh?
here either. Fuck.
I'm Betty, by the way. I'm a bounty hunter. At least I was, until Lucky Lou here got trashed. Now I'm just your run-of-the-mill dead woman walking. I'm screwed if I can't find a way out of here. If you know anyone who's in the market for a demolitions expert with a happy trigger finger, send them my way. You're standing on her, kid. Lucky Lou's the name of my ship. What do I look like? Your drinking buddy? I'm not gonna spill my guts to a stranger. Some business broke bad, that's all I'm saying about it.
I
Works
thought it
for
was
me,
two-buttoned, but
I'm gonna need some kind of
should have found
compensation.
it by now.
How about you give me a repair kit for my ship, and I'll join your crew? Won't even charge you for my services, since you're saving my ass. I'm good with guns, better with grenades, and an expert at picking pockets. How's that for a resume? Thanks a mill. I'd be space dust without you. Don't... Have to tell me twice. I'm out of here.
Right. I can't fucking find it.
Can I survive in this heat? Yes, but I'm not thrilled about it.
No, there's not one there either. Oh, well, that's nice. There it is, all the way over here. Okay. Go ahead and head up toward that door. I got the button.
Well, that turned out alright.
Hey, you might want this.
There's not enough time today for this place.
I'm sure they're set. And to see.
Dead. For now. Now that the resort is built, I need to remember how to go to the Pirates Key.
It's a rare thing to know it right here and now.
Yeah, I'll grab it. I'm gonna head back there
Oh,
to go
good.
fishing for some
Yep.
manta ray anyway.
Happy you're here, Captain.
Hey, kid. Keep it quick. I'm not big on small talk. I took a bounty contract that went bad. A group of spacers hired me to white line this hotshot pilot who was damaging their ships. But they forgot to mention the guy was a fleeter. When his buddies heard I'd nixed one of their own, they came looking for revenge. They shot up my ship and towed me to the middle of nowhere, then emptied my cargo hold and left me to die. Assholes. No, I haven't. You don't end up with a long career as a hired
Today's the
gun by
ice
taking bad
festival.
contracts. I don't plan on making it a habit.
Yeah, I don't think it'll let me go to the island though
Don't know.
because of it.
My ship's instruments were toast, so I couldn't tell time. But it was long enough that the pistol they left me started looking like a good
So I guess
way
we'll
out.
just putter around and do things on the farm today.
Thanks for the lecture. I never would have taken that contract if I knew my target was a pirate. Only nut jobs with a death wish mess with the Crimson Fleet. Those spacers better hope I never see them again. Screwing with me is one thing, but my ship got trashed because of them. That's worth a punch in the face. Anything
I'll go
else?
actually find out if it'll let me go.
I took a bounty but
Just in case it
they
does.
shot up my ship. You bet your ass I did. 8 ships came after me. Only 5 made it home. Would have been more if they hadn't destroyed my cannons. They were damn good pilots. Better than their buddy, anyway. I never would have taken that contract. Those spacers. Anything else? My specialty's always been kill contracts. I don't mind getting my hands dirty if the pay's good enough. The type of personal disputes people hire
This
a bounty
way,
hunter
the
to settle
vices be good.
usually require
Yeah,
a permanent solution anyway.
Yep, it's locked. I can't go.
Longer than most people
Ugh,
in my profession.
damn it.
I used to get my jobs through the Trackers Alliance, but I work solo now. Less people getting in my business that way. No, we all go someday. I'm just doing nature's work. If it makes you feel better, nice people don't end up on my hit list. I'm not out there killing people's grandmas or anything. That's right. It's just business. Most people have a hard time understanding that. Glad you're not as soft as you look. It's been a hell of a life. No family, no hometown. Just me and Lucky Lou traveling the space lanes. Handing out death certificates to the settled system's worst. Nothing to tie me down. That's the way I like it. My ship. You might remember her. She's the one you found blown to hell in deep space. No, not my style. My ship's the only partner I need. Machines are a hell of a lot more reliable than people. I'm sure your buddies at Constellation would be heartbroken to hear that. Can I get back to work now, or what? Fine, whatever. Something you need? Yeah. Lou's the only ship I've ever flown. I bought her off a trade authority pilot when I was just a young punk. She was basically just a pile of scrap with an engine. But her wings worked, which made her my ticket out of the well where I grew up. And getting out of there is the best thing that ever happened to me. If it wasn't for Lou, I'd be wasting my time pickpocketing strangers on the street and getting hammered at Jake's. You ever been down there? It's packed with criminals and almost everyone's dirt poor. Not exactly kid-friendly. I grew up in Sub-17, one of the roughest eyesores in the place. My parents couldn't afford better. They made most of their credits as petty thieves. So did I, before I started hunting bounties. My pickpocketing habit paid for Lucky Lou. Her name was Luna when I bought her. That's where I got Lou from. Lucky is because she got off the ground at all. The guy I bought her from said she'd never clear Jemison's atmosphere without catching on fire. Shows you what the hell he knew about anything. No way in hell. Lou's not just a ship. She's my partner. I'd take her over any fancy Tayo starship. Shove it. I'm attached to my ship, so what? You don't come by loyal friends much in my line of work. That's why Lou's the only partner I've ever had. Or she was. Until the assholes who stranded me blew her engine to hell. That repair kit you gave me got her started again, but she was barely running when I got to port. The guys at the repair shop said she needs a new engine. And I haven't taken any contracts since we started working together, so credits are tight. I can't afford that kind of repair. I guess old Lou's good luck streak might have finally run out. Real helpful, Professor. Well, if that was the last thing the old girl ever did for me, I'm glad she went out on a high note. She was a real badass ship. Are we done here?
Yep.
Lou's the first and only. We raised hell. Here's hoping I can. Lou's the first. We raised hell across the. Here's hoping I can scrape
Just a
together
little.
the credits to get her fixed. Losing her would really bite. Fine by me.
Well, it looks like I can't pay her. For some reason. It's just, hey man, Starship Engineering, I said that thing. By the way, I'm not giving you money. I'm trying to, but you literally won't let me, so.
Hey, what's going on?
Take a moment to go through your things and lighten the load.
Time to join the stars.
Back
Oh
among
my
the
gosh, we're doing it.
stars.
This is it.
As a heavenly celestial,
Going for the Unity. Alright, that part, just need to clip that. Don't necessarily need to catch the rest of this. Also, my chat box is a little big. I could stand to. Oh. Oh, okay, we're here.
You made it. I hope you're enjoying the view. I never get tired of staring at it. Eternity. It's natural that your mind would go there.
This.
And it's not a simple question to answer. You stand now at the very center of space and time. Center being the best word to grant you understanding, but still not entirely accurate. The unity is what was, what is, and what shall be. It is nowhere and everywhere. Nothing and everything. It is the unity. Any other meaning is entirely up to you. All of you. The infinite only exists. Judging it makes no difference. I am as much you as you are part of everything. All points connect to here. When a star is born or dies, its existence beats through the heart of this place, the unity. I have seen all you are, have been, and could be. Do you feel like you've lived a good life? Is there anything you regret? Do you feel dead? You are energy,
I've done all
and
I can,
energy
and
cannot
that
be
means
destroyed.
I can't. The only thing I haven't done this playthrough was ECS content. As far as my character is concerned, there's nothing left to do outside of daily freaking quests to save the world over and over again. Just bounty hunt down bad guys. There's nothing left. My personal regret is that I killed the pirates off, but like for role-playing purposes, there's no regrets here.
That's good. You'll need that clarity for what comes next. In order to become Starborn, you must give the universe one last thing. Yourself. That intangible part of you, that something that makes you unique amongst the infinite, will explode like a supernova. A part of you will fuse with the essence of this universe, while another part leaves it behind forever. Do you understand what I mean? This one final leap will change this universe forever, even as you leave it behind. Unknowingly, you just answered your own questions. For who creates things but creators? That is what they have been named throughout the endless circle of time. Are they one or many? Human or alien? Terrestrial or celestial? One day, you might even meet the creators. but not this day. As for the why, so that you could ask that very question, so that you could stand before me for time immemorial and delve into the mysteries of the unending cosmos. Much like the death of a star creating new kinds of matter, so will part of your being become fused with the unity itself. That part is what becomes starborn and crosses into the multiverse. Through your eyes, it will be as if waking up from a dream. Walk into the gate of light, and you will become starborn. Everything will vanish, and you will awaken somewhere else. But that isn't your only potential destiny. You could turn around, walk away from the unity until the stars fade away, and you will wake up on your ship, in your universe. You could live out the life you have. I've enjoyed speaking to you once again. All of you. Every version that is here in the Unity right now. Go out into the stars.
I'm assuming I can come back.
As you consider stepping towards infinity, I offer you a glimpse into what will happen to the universe you may be leaving, as the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time. Your lover, Andresia, eventually chooses to be reborn herself. Your commitment to each other bolsters all relationships in the settled systems. Marriages blossom, more people in House Varun begin to question its orthodoxy and look to the outside world. Your work with UC Sistef against the Crimson Fleet is a triumph of law over greed. The UC establishes greater security throughout the settled systems. Travelers throughout the stars will be safer. Ryujin Industries mass produces the internal neuroamp, which becomes the killer device every negotiator, diplomat, and salesperson purchases. When people think of success, they think of Ryujin, whether they want to or not.
I wish I could move faster. It's like I'm over encumbered in Fallout. I've been over encumbered this whole game, but not like this.
The resurrection of the Asili species leads to a massive reduction in terramorph attacks across the settled systems. At the same time, the need to spread the Asilis far and wide increases cooperation between all the factions. Belief in the UC as the diplomatic leader of the settled systems
Sounds like
grows.
overall good. Except for maybe the Ryujin thing.
Ron Hope's downfall proves once again that the Free Star Rangers put justice above petty power plays and politics. A sense of commitment to the common good grows throughout the Free Star Collective. Acts of heroism and noble sacrifice increase. By defeating both the Hunter and the Emissary, the path to the unity in this universe is left for the people of the settled systems to discover on their own, uninterrupted by powerful Starborn. The Constellation membership who stays behind will, in time, publish their data about the discovery of the artifacts, Starborn, and the Unity. Space exploration across the settled systems is
Alright.
given new life
Well,
as
I'm
people
gonna
search
walk
for
away
hope out there
for
in
now,
the stars.
just to see if I can, and see if I can come back.
You are reaching the edge of the Starfield. Go further, and you
Okay,
will return
I'm
to
gonna
your
hold you to
original
that.
universe. We will be waiting for you should you come back. The Gate of Light will take you to another universe. Or simply walk away until the stars
Well, I
fade.
guess that
to
further
return to your
conversation
ship.
is not an option, so we're doing it, guys. We're stepping into the Unity, and those of you that watched the stream, watched the whole video, you got to actually hear what she said when I approached all these things. But for now, I'll just let everyone have a glimpse of what I did. I chose the Asylees, which solve problems. The remaining members of Constellation will eventually talk about this, the Unity and everything. I defeated both of the primary Starborn enemies, so humanity gets to choose for itself what to do. There's no super powerful Starborn, and you guys saw all the other Starborn I killed. They're weak ass bitches. And then Andresia, that's my lover, she's going to step through as well. I destroyed the key, so pirates have no foothold and get hunted down, and the settled systems as a whole are relatively safe. This is the only possible regret here that my character might have had, was the neuroamp thing. I would stand by it. I'm not entirely sure it's something Titania Strike would have done, but Titania Strike probably would have never interacted with Ryujin Industries in the first place, knowing full well what they are. But since she hangs out with a character that's a bit more morally gray, but like fun about it, this is probably the best thing that could have happened if Titania joined Ryujin, outside of maybe no neuroamps. And with that, we're stepping through.
Although you leave this universe behind, a new universe
Well,
awaits
considering
you.
my Titanias usually go
Who will you
and
be in
keep
this
living
one?
too long,
What choices will you
mortality's
make?
a thing. I'm probably going to be hyper evil. And finally, the other that supposed to be what the settled systems looks like? It's like a nebula kind of thing going on. I wish I saw that when I read the story myself. It's pretty fascinating. We are going to load up our quick save, and we're going to walk away again, like we did before. But we're going to talk to the other members of Constellation. But for now, we're going to let this play out. Of course, game director Todd Howard got, like, essentially top billing. And then I hear someone who worked on this game is working on another RPG with another company. He's probably like a independent contractor kind of guy. I don't think Bethesda would just be like, yeah, we're getting rid of you. This game was great. This was a great game. I especially love the way they do the New Game Plus thing. Oh, and there's the stars are my destination. That's both achievements at once. I got great with one giant leap and stars are my destination at the same time. I ain't skipping this. I got viewers that deserve to see. The people who make games deserve recognition for it. Now, granted, I don't show the in title for every single game I play because some games suck. This is not one of those games. This game took 9 days of my time. I spent 9 actual days in game. That's a lot. I'm sure Monster Hunter is like 40, but for a single player game, 9 days? Whew, that's a lot. And I'm not even done yet. I still have a couple more achievements to go through. I gotta get Life Begets Life and reach for the stars. I need to hit level 100, and I need to gather 500 organic resources. Might just need to start a farm for that one. I think Skelly went to bed. Yeah, looks like it. We are coming up near the end of the stream. Like I said, I'm going to check in with Constellation, the folks at Constellation that we know are staying behind, Vlad and all of them. We're going to let them know, hey, we went. We saw the Unity. We decided not to go through. I am definitely going through. But I figured I would tell you guys about it before I ultimately left this universe. This is gonna be weird. I definitely didn't get as far as Sarah Morgan as I would have liked to, and there are some quests that I wanted to do with her that we just didn't get to do because she died way sooner than I expected. We got into a committed relationship and everything, but there was clearly things that happened after the commitment part. Like, like how whenever I got far enough with Andreja, she gave me her dagger. Pretty big fucking deal. Didn't quite get that far with Sarah. She gave me her dagger sounds like an innuendo for I let her peg me. Interesting. Just a freaking... Just a thought. I'm pretty sure Sarah would have ended up with something more traditional, like a ring. Or some kind of commemorative medal. And I definitely wanted to talk to the founding, well, not the founding, the old chair of Constellation before she showed up at the funeral. I wanted to go talk to her with Sarah, but Sarah being dead kind of shut all that down, and I didn't know what planet she was on, so I don't know. A lot of, I guess there were regrets. There were definitely regrets. Well, I made peace with that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I would have gone through the trouble of reloading saves and shit. So that's, I guess that's regret, but also made peace with it. Can't do anything about it. She's dead. I end up with getting with Andreja. I definitely should not have gotten with Andreja, but Andreja is the closest thing to Tanya has to Terra Errata in this universe. So it kind of fits. Andreja used to be a smuggler, used to be a pretty bad, trying to be good person, and Terra Errata is kind of an informant type of person. They gather information and they sell it to whoever buys it, and they don't necessarily care who's buying it, but they do practice some level of discretion. And there are some very few select people they won't sell information to. And there are some secrets that when they do discover them, they just don't tell anyone. Some, like, that information is either ridiculously high, no one could possibly buy it, or it's just too dangerous for that information to be out there. Which puts her in kind of like a true neutral area. She's definitely not like... She goes from true neutral to, like, neutral good. Whereas Titania is, like, lawful good through and through. Granted, I did piracy in this game and shit, but that was all part of Undercover, and then I did keep doing it, but that's just stupid little shit that's not story related. That's just leveling up. I don't put my character roleplay into every little thing I do, because anyone who's played a lawful good paladin knows that that is a very boring way to play. So mixing it up a little bit whenever I'm not actively in the role is nice. The Thresher? Huh. a lot of these characters that I feel like I didn't interact with even fucking once. There's a lot of folks in Hope Tech that I didn't interact with. Mainly, probably after the Freestar Ranger thing, if you choose to keep Hope alive and just not report him or kill him, I assume you just get a lot of Hope Tech missions. Because there's way too many named characters in that building for nothing to be happening. At all. Oh, Mom. Not a visitor. Someone's last name is Visitor? Damn. Okay. Kind of weird they didn't put, like, Mom and Dad anywhere close to each other. Like, there's no alphabetical thing going on. It's not alphabetical voice actor names. It's not alphabetical character names. I have no idea how this is sorted. Maybe it was fully randomized. Just so they could say, like, hey, no one's getting billing over the other. Just all the voices of the Crimson Fleet. Only 2 ecliptic mercenary voices. They probably just had a female and a male, and they're just like, alright guys, just be dicks. Too easy. Whenever I re-enter the universe, I wonder if I'm going to re-enter before I've done anything as, like, the me from the other universe, like, hasn't even left Vectera yet. Or if I'm going to enter a universe that's, like, halfway shit's done. Like, maybe my character is still alive and did a shit ton of stuff with Eugene Industries and is already done. Or maybe, like, they've already killed all the Terramorphs or some shit. I don't know. It would be interesting if I entered universes that just, like, some shit was done, some shit wasn't, instead of re-entering the universe with everything that you did before hasn't been done yet. No one's fucking bothered to do any of those things. More than likely, that's the universe I'm going to pop into. If this game subverts my expectations on that, I'm going to be real pleased. But I can see why people would be mad. Because, you know, some people want to have a second chance to do everything differently. Not to mention, I'm a Starborn. I want to see how me being a Starborn... Like, obviously, the Hunter, he was a Starborn, but people in towns didn't seem to care or notice or whatever. But it's the same thing as a guy just walking around with his helmet all the time. I'm pretty sure he got those comments like, you don't need to wear a helmet on this planet, right? As a Starborn, I don't know if you can take off your helmet. I think the suit, quote unquote, is like just a protective shell for whatever constitute as your new body. Mocap ad. What? Like, advertisement? Tag yourselves, guys. I'm way human. I am so human, you don't even know. These credits are long enough that I feel like they looped back around, because we went from game director, right? That was Todd Howard. I haven't seen him again. But we're looking at like project lead stuff, and I feel like this stuff is typically a little higher. Dude, that's a lot of artists. Like, I'm not even remotely surprised, but that's a lot of artists. What is that, like 30 people? Oh, Mocap AD may have been animation director, right? It makes more sense than I'm seeing that there's mocap animation and stuff. A bunch of animators too. Not nearly as many animators as there were artists. I bet some of those guys were kind of like double tasks. Like some of the artists were also doing animation. Wait. Wait, what? Where am I? Where's my VTube model? Hello? YouTuber? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh well. I don't know why that happened, chat. Oh man, that's really good that they have NASA there. Yeah, I like that whole NASA section. That was pretty good. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm back, guys. I exist. I just tapped B. I did not hold B. Oh. sorry we didn't go through the whole credits. We went pretty far, and then the credits just... I really thought it was going to be a whole B option. I tapped it just to, like, fidget, and it was just like, nope, credits are over now, you bitch. Don't fucking do that. This is your punishment.
As you consider stepping towards infinity, I offer you a glimpse into what will happen to the universe you may be leaving, as the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time. You are reaching the edge of the Starfield. Go further, and you will return to your original universe. We will be waiting for you should you come back.
Okay, and we've already had our conversations with everyone.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband.
This place is a delightful relic tangled up with hope, grit, and science.
You're back. I'm pulling a crazy amount of data from you and your ship. This is years of research in the making. Oh, of course. Sorry. I'm happy to be working with everyone around again. I didn't realize how much I would miss it until after you jumped. Well, welcome back home. I'm sure everyone will be off again at some point, but it's good to see everybody.
Me coming back from the Unity.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like. Stay safe, okay?
I mean, I don't want to say that. All right. A mass hallucination? Or maybe something outside of space and time itself. Hey, maybe it is space and time itself. Look, I know everyone's problem, but I'm telling.
Will you look at that? Thought there was no cards left in the deck that could pull one over on me. Yet here you are, like a damn ghost. Guess it just takes practice. All the same, happy to see you. Know an explorer's call is to the great unknown.
Speaking of...
But no shame taking comfort in what you have. Never regretted coming out of retirement. The eye's still looking.
Now, this is a surprise. Tell me, what brought you back? You can't take it with you, as the saying goes. That's why I didn't want to go. Comforting to know I'm not alone in that. Now, I know the Unity was our goal all along in this endeavor, but... well, it's still there, isn't it? No need to rush. Welcome back. Curious feeling. Remember, you're representing all of us out there.
Let's see, Walter. Well, where's Mateo? Oh, there's a real easy way to figure this out.
There's more where that came from.
The Unity let you come back? I didn't know that was possible. Generous of the Unity to wait. Although, I guess when you're the center of everything, does time even have meaning? I don't want to sway
This
you
universe
one
could
way
stand
or
to have me
another in
around
your
forever.
ultimate
That doesn't mean I'm
decision, but
staying.
I personally think this universe could stand to have you around a little longer. Feel free to help yourself. Take care of yourself.
See, I think that's everyone.
There has been a mistake. You are not in the Unity as previously decided. I do not understand why a delay is necessary, but very well. Welcome back home, Captain.
Oliver Ronka. That's a lot of Jose's. Some Miguel's. Not recorded. But we know it starts with an N or starts with an O. Mr. Not Recorded. That or just every not recorded name ends up in the not recorded, like, in area. It's probably what happened because, you know, it was right after an N name right before an O name. On the other thing. Alright. This is neat. Alright. So, next time we stream, it's gonna be second playthrough. I'm gonna mark it up as second playthrough. That'll be the beginning of my second playthrough. This is the end of my main playthrough. It's still technically first playthrough, because I'm on the same character. But I'm gonna go ahead and mark it as, like, Starborn playthrough. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Hope y'all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, drop the bell so it makes some noise when I post some new content on YouTube. Those of you that treat this as the end of the series, hey man, I love this game. I love you guys for watching. Hope you appreciate it. I appreciate you. Y'all have a good night.